Where's the beef? Where's the follow-up, the bleep, and the Blunders? Where is Steve Lawrence and Don Rickles? Good evening. I'm Clara Peller. Where's the show?
All right, it's on the way. It's Feldon, Bleeps and Blunders, television's newest comedy starring Steve Lawrence and Don Rickles, with Don Adams, Mel Brooks, Jackie Cooper, Jackie Green, Barbara Feldon, Mr. Rogers, Noel Edmonds, Clara Peller, and the Backwards Fleet. And now, from ABC Television Center in Hollywood, the stars of Feldon's Bleeps and Blunders, Don Rickles and Steve Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome to our show. Don, I'm really excited about the next 30 minutes.
I can tell. I haven't seen you this excited since Frank Sinatra told you he listens to your records when he shaves.
Yeah, that was exciting. Anyway, tonight we get to present a brand new list of top 10 quickies.
I never stand in the way of an excited guy. I did once and woke up with a rash.
Well, let's start the ball rolling with this week's number 10 quickie. It features a reporter, an exercise machine, and an order of cracked ribs.
How's this?
Now try it.
Number 9 on the quickie chart takes place at the site of an old dilapidated bridge. The local parents wanted the bridge destroyed because they thought it wasn't really safe for their children to play on it. This brave reporter checked it out. Watch what happened.
It's this part of the bridge that the parents are particularly concerned about. The part that leads down a steep slope of an old coal tip, down to the river and the railway bridge. All irresistible.
Number 8 this week is a fish story. At least that's what this reporter found in his pants after he did the story.
Our next quickie comes from a gangster movie. Now, watch the hood on the left-hand side of your screen. Quick Draw McGraw.
Seize him, lads.
Moving up to number 6 on our top 10 countdown, watch this newscast turn into a comedy when an overhead light explodes.
Flooding is still causing problems in Derbyshire, Leicestershire, and the Severn. Sorry about that. One of our bulbs has exploded.
Quickie number 5 stars a very noisy cockatoo.
I always said, you show me a noisy cockatoo and I'll show you a bird with a big mouth.
You cleaned that up pretty good for rehearsal. Watch this birdie and watch the trouble this reporter has interviewing the man with the bird.
How did the export side of it? How did the export side of it? Let's have a look. Come on. No, come on. Okay. He's not the first guy to have trouble with his bird. All this next guy had trouble with was his head.
We've reached the number 3 quickie on our chart, which certainly proves you should never invite 6 St. Bernards to a talk show.
At the moment, all these lovely lads and lasses here are all in good health. Hey, hey! Oh, sorry!
Every time I turn on the tube these days, there's another guy giving election results. But you gotta see this one. Our number 2 quickie of the week, which I call the dumbest election results I've ever seen.
We haven't a result for you yet. We thought we might have, but nevertheless, let's look at the state of the parties at the moment. And there it is. I think I should read that. The Official Unionist nil, DUP nil, the SDLP nil, Alliance nil, Sinn Féin nil, others nil. Well, that would certainly confound all the predictions in any election.
That brings us to the number 1 quickie of this week's Top 10 Countdown. And here it is, the fastest quickie in the West. You want to see it again?
My good friend Don Adams will be joining us tonight with some foul-ups of screen tests starring Mel Brooks and other great stars. Here's a preview.
Quiet, please.
I must know, you know, what I say.
Can you speak Yiddish?
No.
Then I will not know what you said.
We'll be right back with the Where's the Beef Lady, Clara Peller.
Don and Steve will return with Don Adams, the backwards bleep, Clara, Where's the Beef Peller, and much, much more when we continue.
In the last few weeks, our next guest has become one of the best-known stars in the country by asking that question, where's the beef? Please welcome the beautiful lady from the great Wendy's commercial, Clara Peller. Hello, Clara. I'm Steve Lawrence, and welcome to the show.
Where's the hockey puck?
She wants you, Don.
Hi, Clara. I love your commercials. Would you say that line that gives me the chills?
Where's the beef?
Clara, would it be okay with you if we showed a few little mistakes that took place during the filming of your commercials?
Where's the follow-up?
Coming up.
Clara is the most famous spokesperson for Wendy's. But she's not the only one. Watch this young woman as she takes a shot at a Wendy's commercial.
Good evening. Welcome to Wendy's. May I take your ID? Good evening. Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your...
Catch that, Clara?
Sure did, Steve.
Well, what do you have to say about it?
Where's she working now?
Clara, we really enjoyed having you.
Thanks for being here, and is there anything you'd like to say about the show?
Where's the money? Where's the money?
Clara Peller, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. It's time to meet one of my closest and very best friends.
And one of the funniest men in show business.
Please help us welcome a man I've known and worked with for over 30 years. My pal, Don Adams.
Yes, indeed.
Don, do what you do best. Squint.
You look wonderful, man.
Thank you. I understand you have some foul-ups from a show I did called Don Adams Screen Test.
Yes, we sure do, and they're absolutely sensational.
Would you believe an 8x10 photo of Walter Mondale and Gary Hart singing Nobody Knows the Trouble We've Seen? Would you believe such bad impressions?
Well, you guys have made complete asses of yourselves. Now it's my turn. Let's take a look at the first screen test.
Okay.
In this first foul-up, Shecky Green plays the Rod Steiger role in this classic scene from On the Waterfront.
You don't do anything, you don't say anything. You understand?
There's more to this than I thought, Charlie. I'm telling you, there's a lot more.
You don't mean that you're thinking of testifying about some people that we might know.
Got it. Shecky. Too Jewish. You don't think you're testifying about somebody maybe we might know.
That's the way Steiger talks.
He's Italian.
He's Italian?
Italian.
It didn't say in the picture he's Italian. You don't do anything, you don't say anything. You want an Italian, right?
Yeah, try and split the difference. Make it an Italian joke. And action.
You don't do anything, you don't... That's it, Ed. You don't do anything, you don't say anything. You understand?
There's more to this than I thought, Charlie. Man, tell me. Here's Jackie Cooper playing the old blind man in this scene from Frankenstein. Quiet on the set, please. And action.
And now, for our first lesson. Remember, this is bread. 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 And this is... Oh, I looked at him. I shouldn't have.
Got it. That's all right. No, you're not supposed to look.
No, I'm sorry.
Watch my
Just
hands.
keep looking.
Watch.
Right.
Right?
Right. I'm sorry.
Hold your head still and let's see it.
Okay.
All right? Somebody get a doctor. Jackie just passed away.
Okay. Good. And this is wine. To drink.
Got it.
I knew you wouldn't let me get away with it.
Here's my good friend from my show, Get Smart, Barbara Feldon, Agent 99 as the gypsy in the golden earrings. Sound effects, quiet, and action.
So, see here.
I'm perfectly all right back here, thank you. Cut! Now look here. We simply cannot going have these. Now listen here. We can't keep going on like this. You must behave like a good woman.
But I am good woman. I just want to kiss you. What? I just want...
And finally, one of our great comedy stars, and in my opinion, a total madman. Mel Brooks as the plaintiff. Melissa, move to your left.
White man promises food. White man lie.
White man eat in restaurants.
Yeah.
And the top, we think she's top.
I must know, you know, what I say.
Can you speak Yiddish?
No.
Then I will not know what you say.
In Italian, okay?
Yes, io faccio tanto grazie, figlio. Oh, please. Oh, okay. Remember when I said last time we met? Remember I said I never wanted to see you in drag again? And here you are, wearing a buffalo dress and high heels. Remember when I told you last time we met? I said, that's what I said. And I say it again tonight, in front of all these red men. I'm not afraid of any of you. Except that big one over there with the hatchet. I'm a little scared of him. The other guys, they look like good sports to me.
That's great. Don, I hope you'll send us some more screen tests that we can use on the show.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, Steve. You see, it takes me so long to edit the tape, select the proper clips, do all the research.
John, we can pay you a lot of money.
Oh, well, wait right here. They're in my dressing room.
Each week about this time, we do the backwards bleep.
That's our man on the street piece, where we don't bleep the answers, we bleep the questions.
Right. Only we're not going to do that this time.
Right.
Tonight, we present the forwards bleep.
What the bleep are you talking about?
Well, tonight we had to bleep some of the answers because of the question that we had. It was in the form of a tongue twister. You know what a tongue twister is, don't you, Don?
Yeah, it's the thing the wife uses to hang you from the ceiling before she gets out the whip and...
Here's our question of this week. Can you repeat this classic tongue twister? She sits upon the sheets. It's sheets she sits upon. You want to try saying that 3 times fast?
Are you crazy?
Well, these people tried.
She sits upon the sheets, the sheets, she sits upon the sheets, the sheets,
Oh, she is on the sheets? I don't think I can make it.
She sits upon the sheets, the sheets she sits upon. She sits upon the sheets, the sheet she sits upon. The sheet she sits upon, the sheet she sits. She sits upon the sheets, she sits. She sits upon the feet, she sits upon the seat or something.
She sits upon the sheets. She sits upon the sheet. No, I'm getting confused.
Is that sheet or sheets?
What is the rest of it?
Say that again for me.
I can't do it.
Can I do the one about the pheasant clapper?
She sits upon the sheets and the sheet she sits on.
My kids are never going to forgive me for this. She sits upon the sheet.
She sits on the bottom sheet and she sits on the bottom of the sheet. Is that it?
I'm ready to try the tongue twist.
No way. We're in front of a live audience here.
Give me a break. I can do it.
Yeah? Okay. Give me the cue card. Give me that card. Mikey, give me the card. Here, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll give you a leg up, as they say. All right?
She sits upon the sheets, it's sheets she sits upon. She sits upon the sheets, it's sheets she sits upon. She sits upon the sheets, it's sheets she sits upon.
We'll be right back. At least one of us will.
Don and Steve return with Noel Edmonds from London, follow-ups from kids, and Mel's malfunction when we continue.
Right now, it's time to meet one of our favorite Englishmen, Noel Edmonds.
Personally, I wanted to meet Benny Hill, but he was out trying on a dress.
Noel, do you have any outrageous pieces of funny for us tonight?
Right you are, Steve and Don. Your comments leave me speechless. They don't actually, but you certainly wouldn't want to know what I'm thinking. Now, for this week's Foul Up, I've come outside one of the most exclusive restaurants in England. A restaurant with a very special car parking service. You see, the car park, or parking lot as you would say, is absolutely full of cars that are virtually on the point of falling apart. The lady who is doing the car parking is, in fact, a professional stunt driver. Now, just watch the expressions on the faces of the people who are waiting to have their cars parked next. Have a look at this.
That lady's going to park my car. You must be joking. Be careful, Jackie. You're going to hit something if you carry on like that. This is a new one, actually. Okay, Jackie, could you get out and let Jackie park your car? I'd rather not, if you don't mind. You see what you've done? Be careful, love. She'll be all right with yours, sir. Well, Jackie will park it for you, sir.
No, please. No.
Why not, sir? No, she'll be all right.
Look at her foot.
No, sir, she'll be... They're fully insured, sir. Fully insured for all that.
Oh, that's all right, but I'm fully insured too, but I wouldn't have that.
I thought there was something very silly about this.
Do you know who this gentleman is here?
I haven't got a clue.
Don, I'm sure a lot of people wonder what you were like as a child.
When did this turn into This Is Your Life? I was a regular kid.
I'll bet you must have been a beautiful baby.
Actually, I was adorable. Had little fat cheeks and a little bald head. Little chubby body.
Well, you haven't changed at all. Most of us don't. We're all kids at heart. And tonight, we'd like to devote an entire portion of our show to children of all ages, with foul-ups that I think all of us kids are really going to love. Let's start off with a young father doing a very serious interview as his daughter concentrates on equally serious matters.
And try to think in terms of getting more rhythm and more movement and more flexibility. And that's paying. That is probably what you saw in the French. But no, you have to definitely work on the skill. Earlier, I feel that from the age of 24 to 28...
Here's a typical elementary class getting ready to take their annual school picture. Check out the two little girls in front of the class. They both decide they want to be standing in the front when the camera clicks. Talking about trying to upstage someone. Huh?
I've seen you and Edie do the same thing.
Don, have you ever stopped to think who has one of the most responsible jobs when it comes to young children?
The guy that invented rubber sheets.
The host of a children's TV show. And it's a dangerous job at times, too. Watch what this little boy does to the host of this show.
The ball is
When he grows up, he'll probably be a music critic.
There's nobody who's better with children than Art Linkletter. He's interviewed thousands of them, and the only ones ever funnier than Art are the children.
What seems to be the difficulty?
I think something is stopping up the udder.
That kind of a pull, you'll never make a politician, I can tell you that. I never tried this myself. Let me get in there for a second. This might be fun. Wait a minute. Let me have a try. You let go for a minute.
You can't.
What?
You can't do it. The joke's on you.
Don, who's the beloved kid show host that starts every show singing, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood"?
I can name that tune in 3 notes.
It happens to be Mr. Rogers' theme song.
No kidding. I thought it was solid gold. And some bimbos were going to come out here in their underwear and crawl on the stage.
You know, as often as he sung that song, Mr. Rogers has never fouled up. Until he caught a case of the giggles. What?
It's a beautiful day in this... Never would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, the neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a...
There's There's really something delightful about Mr. Rogers.
You know, I wonder about you.
Our final children's show host is a wonderful man named Deputy Don. Now, here he is trying to do a commercial for his show along with a not-too-trusty horse, Longhair.
Hi, boys and girls. This is Deputy Don. I'm out here with old Longhair, my little horse, and we want to ask you if you'd like to come up in our television show for your birthday party, where we're going to have fun, game, and prizes. Easy, boy. Come on up, bring your whole gang, and you're going to have a real good time. You quit scratching yourself on me, Longhair. Okay, kids. You want to try another one, Jerry? Oh, here we are. Hi, kids. This is Deputy Don, your old tangled-up cowboy. Longhair, could you just move a little? Yeah, let me get the wires before I kick this to you. Thank you, Longhair. And we want you to be a part of the show. We're going to have magicians. We're going to have musicians. We're going to have just about everybody. Oh, there, Mustang. Come on here. He's got 6 names, this horse. You got to hear the last one I just called him. Hey, isn't he cute, though? If he hits me one more time, you're going to see a Jell-O factory. Instant Mickey. And I want to mention to all of you boys and girls, if you want to come out here to the ranch, well, you can watch this horse eat my shirt. Don't forget Deputy Don, too. Okay, Longhair, let's get back to the ranch.
Horse can be seen every day at your favorite hardware store in the glue department.
Right now, here's our man in San Francisco, Mal Sharp, showing you what we call a malfunction.
Here's a simple street game that'll only cost you 25 cents. Take your quarter, put it in the news rack, open it up, take your fish, put it inside, slam the door, then stand back and see what happens.
God, there's a fish.
Uh-oh. Here's the guy from the newspaper. We'd planned to get rid of the fish before he showed up, but he did it for us.
Mal will be back on our next show with another malfunction. Wait till you see where he sticks his fish next week.
The Mouth That Roared and I will be back right after this.
Steve Lawrence and Don Rickles return with follow-ups from the mailbag when we continue.
To one of our viewers when we use the follow-ups on the show.
I like the newspaper ad sent in to us from a viewer in Charlotte, North Carolina. Best buys on office supplies. I don't know what they use these supplies for, but I want to work in that office.
Be sure to send us any follow-up you come across, and we'll send you a T-shirt if we use it on the air.
Tell us your size, because these T-shirts come in 5 sizes. Small, medium, large, extra large, and hey, lady, I'll deliver it to you myself.
Just send us your foul-ups to Foul-Ups, Bleeps, and Blunders, Post Office Box 7800, Universal City, California. The zip code is 91608. Well, we had a terrific time, and we certainly hope you enjoyed our show.
You can't watch, Steve. I'm sorry, but you just can't watch.
I can't watch what?
In less than an hour, my wife is going to slip into something comfortable, but you can't watch.
Okay.
Then she's going to spray the bedroom with perfume, but you can't watch. Of course not. Then she'll get into bed, hold out her arms and say, I love you. Make the earth move for me. But you can't watch.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I know Barbara. If she won't let me watch, I know she's not going to let you watch.
Say goodnight, Hockey Puck.
Good night.
This is Dick Tufeld for Foul-Ups, Bleeps, and Blunders.
This is Joan London. Tomorrow, results from the Illinois primary. Debbie Boone talks about her latest movie role as a prostitute. Also, advice on doing your own taxes. And Stephanie Powers joins us on Good Morning America.
Friday, following Benson, George and Catherine try to help Webster say goodbye to the past. On Webster.